Which one? This one? That one? With 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. What is up? Welcome back. We're here with the Brujas today. I am Bruja number 1. And I'm Bruja number 2. Period. Welcome back, everybody. This is For My Future Self podcast. I'm your girl, Callie.
And I'm your girl, Serena.
Yes, welcome. What number are we on? What number? What is this?
7.
We
never know. Actually, it could be 8. We're almost at 10. Okay, wait.
Okay, go.
Can we do the giveaway
Here.
on our 10th episode?
Yeah, that's a good idea.
We should do that. Stay tuned.
Okay, for those of you who are for those of you who heard the word giveaway, stay tuned to our next video.
Yes, please.
You'll get the details for that. It's very exciting things. But yeah, I like that number 10.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Let's get into it. Episode 7 or 8.
Whatever. I think
Whatever.
it's 8. I think it's
probably 8. But yeah, let's do a little life update. How are you doing?
Life update. Okay.
How are you doing?
I want to have a life update without work. Okay.
Yeah.
So
that's okay.
life update.
That's fine.
How am I doing? I'm doing good. Been to the Bay Area so many times at this point. I think I'm just gonna live there, guys.
Might as well.
No, because then I couldn't do the podcast.
Oh, that's true.
No, I would come back, but no, I can't. I can't be living in the Bay right now. Hopefully, in the works in the future, maybe. Who knows where life takes me?
Mm-hmm.
But I'm hoping to dominate over there. We'll see. Just manifesting it. Also, don't want to speak too much. I'm just gonna manifest it within.
Okay.
And no, overall, I'm doing great. Back at the gym.
Yes.
Working out. Did a hardcore leg day yesterday.
Mm-hmm.
And yeah, journaling some more. Journaling has been, ever since I started the podcast, I've been incorporating journaling mainly in the mornings and then sometimes at night, but mornings have been it's like my routine now. I'm getting a little routine. Like, I can't start my day without journaling how I'm feeling or talking about gratitude, and it's great, and you guys should try it. And yeah, I think I'm just experimenting with different versions of myself right now. I think I've been so caught up in, yes, routine, but I'm also trying to, like, get to know myself. When it comes to the journal prompts, it's like getting to know, like, myself, finding myself, doing the inner work, and figuring out what works for me and what doesn't, because, like we've talked about before, I can get a little easily influenced, or outside people or things can affect how I work, and I just don't want that anymore. It's good to be inspired, but for me, I think I'm trying to find, it's good to get inspired, but find my own way and not have to find it in someone else's way of doing things or feel like I have to. So that's where I'm at. I feel good.
Yay, I'm happy. It sounds really good.
Yes.
I have not started journaling. I think I should start doing that. I still have all of my old journals. I don't know why I went into the accent. I still have all of my old journals that I haven't finished. So maybe I don't even buy a new one. I can just start again. But yeah, I loved that. I am doing better. The last time we talked, man, I mean, I feel like I'm still going through that, but I feel like I've shifted my energy and shifted my perspective on it, and I feel like I'm in a better headspace. Yes, I'm still going through the cuts, but I feel better about myself and about my business. Lately I've been just dancing more. I think I've been dancing more.
I love the videos.
Thank you so much. Shout out to my friends. But I think that really helps me in kind of keeping myself leveled and more at peace, because I feel like when I don't use those outlets, then I kind of get in my own head real quick. So once I release all of the energy I need to release and all of that stuff, then I feel better. So I've been creating more, be on the lookout for more stuff. But yeah, for those of you who don't know, I do dance, and I love it. And you
guys really need to hype her up. Like, if you are new to this page or you are my follower, please look at Killa Callie on Instagram, because her dance videos are fire. It's just like another side of her.
Thank you.
A nice little window of her that, spicy.
Yeah, but because you still need to take a class.
Where's my private?
We'll book it.
Please.
We'll book it.
I'm actually down.
No, I'm down. I love dancing.
I feel like the private will help me feel more comfortable, because I feel like I haven't taken a dance class. I need to. I think next week I'm going to for sure. But I think it's it's I get a little more shy because I know people there are more experienced, like they've been there every week, every day.
It could be intimidating,
but I think being in a space just you, I'm comfortable with you, and plus like having my own time would make me a little more comfortable.
Oh yeah,
to go out there.
I love doing privates or like one-on-ones where we kind of can dig into like your personal goals, and like we can like move a little slower. You're in a more safe, comfortable space where you could get uncomfortable. That's the thing. Like you need to be uncomfortable, right?
I'm down.
Yeah, let's do it.
Okay, I'm down.
Okay, be on the lookout for that. But yeah, I've been dancing more, creating more, and I think that's been really helping me in my mindset, in everything, and in my business. I think the less I'm creative, the more I like wallow in my like sorrow and like wallow in like my problems. I kind of just have to continue using my outlets constantly,
because they're there for a reason.
They're there for a reason, and they're in my life for a reason. So before I was kind of like I wasn't doing that, so now that I'm like,
now you know what's working.
Now
you're getting in the flow. You know what to do. You're aware.
I mean, I've known before, but I think I just forgot about it because I was just too deep into my like problems.
Life in general.
Yeah,
that's
but
how
I do
it
want to
is.
journal. I think I love that. Like, I think I need to start talking to myself more.
Just like brain dump everything, like whatever's on your mind, whatever's stressing you out, whatever you feel good about, just write it down. It doesn't have to make sense. Like sometimes I'll just like write about one thing and then the next 2 sentences are completely different. Like it doesn't make sense, but it makes sense to me.
No, that's all that matters. It's, you're not writing to anybody but yourself, and it's for yourself. So, and this is for my future self. I hate us. We said oh. Can't believe we just did that.
I want to do like a zoom in on your face for the YouTube video.
Oh my god, please do, because I don't know what I was doing. But yeah, I've been doing better.
I like how I said I'm not gonna talk about work, but it's okay. It's just part of us. It's part of our life. It's
it doesn't
like
define us,
it's
but it's a part of our lives, like evidently. So yeah, I think in my business I do want to start being a little bit more organized when it comes to posting content too, because before I used to just post on the fly, like like I have my availability. That's the only consistent thing I would update or like plan. But other than that, I think I need to be better at like managing content and like, okay, this week I'll focus on this, I'll post these things in this order, because I just find that I get more engagement. Yeah, and more people are like, oh shoot, like she lashes. Like even if I post it on my main page too, that helps a lot too, because it has a wider or bigger group of people, like a bigger audience. So just trying to focus on those things as well. That will kind of keep my mind off of the negative and like focus on like the good and the positive and the creative side, because that's where I thrive. That's my shit.
Yes, and I like your content. Like
Thank
your
you.
aesthetic, like everything just meshes well together, and it's definitely. There's a brand there, like you could tell.
You can? Okay, I'm glad.
I like the style. You're very consistent in the way that you keep your videos, like in a certain way, like aesthetic. And I like people love that, like the uniformity of it all. Like they know what to like expect, kind of. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, no.
Like it's like they know what they're getting from you.
Exactly.
And it's always good.
Okay, I'm glad that you're getting that. Everyone else feels that way, because at first I'm just like, to me it looks cool, it looks pretty dope, but I don't know how it's translating to.
No, it looks cohesive.
Okay,
like, it looks like it all comes together as a brand. It's Calafia.
It reads well. Perfect.
It reads well, and I love your photos.
Yay! Yes. Shout out to Ashley.
I know. I cannot wait to get my photos taken.
Oh yeah, she won the giveaway.
I know. Yeah. Soon, hopefully. But yeah, I think that's true. I've actually lost my creative block. I had to like ask my friends, like, what should I post? Because I was not inspired. So I wanted to ask you, like, what keeps you like inspired and like keep going? Because like for me, I have my little bouts of like creativity, and sometimes I'm just pulling from other content that I see and that I like, but it's hard for me. It takes me a while to just like sit there and think of like
new
what to
ways.
do next.
Yeah, because honestly, you can literally do so much when it comes to like lashing or real estate. So like I guess lately I've been thinking outside of my world and just thinking creatively, like, okay, what would I want to see when I come to a page? Oh, like I don't know, more photos and like just images, like colors. I get inspired by other artists, not even in my industry, just artists, period. So like they can be a musician, they can be I don't know, any kind of artist that's like a painter or
in Sacramento.
or
You guys, Sacramento's art community is amazing.
It is. It's actually crazy. It's like there's so much talent here in the city.
Yeah.
But I seek my inspo from just other creatives and other creativity outside of just real estate. So maybe you can like try to venture off in like people you like or things that you like that kind of like.
I need to really write them, because for me, I'll see it and I'm like, and I forget, like, this is what, maybe I need to save them or something, but I think I've just kind of, like, the next few videos I have, I'm not even sure if I want to post it, because
you should.
They're just like on a whim, because I know my goal is to just be consistent, and I know that doesn't mean every video is going to be, because with consistency, you can't expect every video to be freaking like quality. I got the lights and everything, like with the mic and everything.
It's exhausting.
It's exhausting to keep doing that.
Yeah.
So I don't know. I guess I got to be a little bit easier on myself when it comes to like, okay, today you're just gonna post a sit down video talking about what inspections are, which is what I have coming up. Yeah. So
that's
it's
cute.
like it's just a quick one. It's not like anything crazy like my other videos where it's like super nice, but.
Yeah, also I like to think about when I see content in a business, for my business, like not only what I see but what other people will see.
I know, yeah.
Like, so when people come to a regular lash page, I feel like a lot of the grid on their Instagram is just like them lying down and then
facing
their eyeballs.
Yeah.
And but lately,
I like how yours is different.
Yeah, I like how I'm getting my clients like in their natural like state, where they're like, oh, they're actually looking at them. Yeah, they feel good. They're looking at themselves. They're confident, and I just love filming that energy and like getting different angle.
I like that idea. That's very good. Oh, give me some ideas.
Yeah, so like when it comes to like maybe real estate, like. Maybe think about other things that, say you weren't a realtor at all and you're just looking at your page, like you can try to find inspo in that perspective. So like the video that you did with the staging, like you can play with like aesthetic, you can play with design in a house. What's that called again? Like interior design. Like you can take a different approach into real estate and actually get into like the creativeness of it, because a lot of the creativity does come from how houses look. Yeah. And like the vibe of it, the design of it, and so maybe you can find inspiration from that. Not only like giving people the info that they need, because you're very informative, which is dope. Like I feel like a lot of your information that you give is really easily understood for like the lay person that doesn't know about real estate, which is dope. But maybe once you get into like the more creative side, like all the cool things, I think you'll be a little bit more inclined to do more stuff like that, because like I feel like that's fun putting together. That was a fun one to do. For sure. That looks really fun. And then
so I want to get into staging now, because that was so fun.
Staging is fun, but like
I want to hop on the story more, like be a little bit more like I realize that as I'm going through my day-to-day, like what I'm experiencing as a realtor, I just want to like put it out there as soon as it happens. Like if a problem occurs or something not so great happens, like quick, I want to go on the story and say, hey, this happened with my client. I want you to know that this is common, or you know, talk about some solutions and how we've dealt with the issue, because I think that's also really good, because it's like more personal. Now people can get an inside scoop on what to expect.
It's more realistic.
I can get on here and say this and this happens, this is the process, but I forget to kind of like include like when you're in it, like when you're in the process and what kind of things you're going to experience, because every experience is going to be different. So I just want to be more in touch with that and have more fun. I think I'm thinking too much about what goes on my story and what I'm posting, or wanting it to be so perfect, but at the end of the day, people like the real stuff. They like more personal things. I don't get many interactions when I talk straight business, like real estate. Like, what is escrow? What is, like, you know, like, or even just pictures of homes. No one likes that. They want to see like real time, like things like going on. And vlog styles do really good too.
Yeah, because I feel like people get a little bit more drawn in when like the footage is raw and like the information you're telling them is like raw and live. So I like that idea for sure. I think that make it fun. Like I think as soon as I rebranded my business, it turned into like a project. Like it was fun for me.
I need to find that again, because I know we can't consistently feel creative all the time.
No, it's hard.
So I think it's just, I'm ready now. I think I'm noticing that I'm falling off, so it's time to like get back. I think a good goal is to like every day do like 7 stories a day. Like have a minimum like of amount of stories.
You can make that goal for yourself.
Because that's easier to start with.
Yeah, and then even filming things in a different way.
Mm-hmm. I need to get used to that. I'm so used to my comfortable
filming things in a different way. That's why I once I switched up the way I would like to see lashes being like portrayed, or like how I would like to see a girl, like I don't know, that's just, if I were to get my lashes done, I would like to see footage of myself like that. So that's kind of how I like kind of molded it to like, this is my layout of how I'm gonna forever do it. Of course it's gonna be better later, but I like the way I'm doing it now.
Yeah, I like it too.
And even when like the girls who are not really used to being filmed like that, and they're not used to like looking at themselves and kind of just like playing with their hair and like looking at themselves, it kind of brings out like a new energy that they haven't tapped into before. They're like, oh my god, I'm not used to this, like I'm not used to like being on the camera, or I'm not used to like just having all this attention. I'm just like, well, you deserve it.
And they always look
beautiful.
Good.
Yeah, you look beautiful, and you don't even need lashes, but now you have them, and now you feel like a different type of way. It unlocks different energy, and I just love to get that, like just like making them feel special. I'm just like, okay, now blink, now look at the camera.
Yeah, photographer.
Yeah, like I give them like directions. It's actually really fun directing them in that way, because then I make it like an experience versus just them coming in and out. Like now some of my clients that are like my regulars, they know the deal. They're like, okay, give me the mirror, give me the fan.
They're ready to go.
They're ready to go. So or even people who come in who haven't booked yet. Say like they've seen all my videos, but now they finally booked with me. And then I'm just like, okay, is it okay? Do you give me permission to film you or to take pictures of your lashes? They're like, yeah, I know the deal. I've seen your videos before. Give me the spoolie. I'm just like, okay, you like them. So yeah, I've been getting good feedback, and then just being more creative with like what you would like to see, not what everyone would like to see.
I think I need to intentionally like take some time to sit down and like just write, like journaling, like kind of write down my ideas, because I'm always on the go. I feel like I'm always in a rush, and it's like it's hard for me to feel creative when I'm in that headspace of feeling rushed, like on the go. So I need to dedicate some time. So
take your time
to like kind of have fun with it.
Sit in it. Even if you're at a house and you're just walking through it, like those walkthroughs that you do, those are dope.
That was a good reminder. But I feel like I'm losing it. So I gotta just take my time. Take my time.
I think what would be really cute, you know how you do those quick walkthroughs? Like just sit in a room real quick and just be like, hey guys, what's up? You know, I'm doing a walkthrough today. Like this is one of the rooms. Like if I were to have a house, like this is the room that I would want. Like the design, the color, like goals. Like, and then people would be like, oh shit, that's dope. Like where's that house? I don't know. That's the stuff that I would love to see.
Okay, noted. Noted.
Period.
I love that. Thanks for that shit.
No problem.
I needed that little boost. I needed that inspiration. So
creative.
Catch me with new content. Catch me with a new dance video for my private. I'm just kidding.
We should. That'd be so
I'm
cute.
ready. I'm ready to go.
We can feature it on For My Future Self.
I want it to be sassy,
strong, sure of yourself.
I'm trying to be that
because I feel like when I used to watch you in high school, I know we're talking about this again, but
I know we can talk about high school. I'm so sorry.
I know, but
we're just
it's just a fun time.
We're those titas that talk about high school.
We're just saying, like I remember in high school when I would watch you guys perform and dance, like I would just think like, damn, those girls are so cool, like so much confidence and just the detail to like technique. I don't know, I just have a different appreciation for artists and like the artistry and the hard work that it takes to get to that certain level, and like the practice that it takes. I guess being an athlete and a dancer at the same time, you kind of like notice other things that other people don't. And so like when people were dancing, when I would see it, like the confidence was just there.
You make me want to dance again.
You should. I feel like if you were a dancer or you're not a dancer, I think dance is for everybody. Like,
okay, we're gonna book it.
We're gonna book it. Okay.
I promise. Because last time you told me to book it, and I never booked it, and that's
It's okay. You were caught up.
It's okay. I don't know why I feel like breathing.
You're like, I feel the energy. I'm taking it in.
You know what? You feel that?
I'm taking it in. Oh my god, I do feel it. Do y'all feel it? We're weird.
We probably look insane. I'm so sorry.
I don't care.
Yeah, we don't care.
Mind your business.
Okay. Well, we kind of wanted to go into For My Future Self, right?
Yeah.
You've heard us talk all about our past. You've heard about our high school experiences. You talked about me being dragged. We talked about college. We talked about anything and everything, childhood, everything. So,
yes.
and this podcast is for my future self. So we wanted to do a cute little like journal prompt, like even you guys can, you know, dive into this as well when you journal, or just think of it as you're listening. Ask yourself these questions after you listen. Reflection. This is kind of like a reflection episode. Who is that girl I see staring straight?
Don't get me started, Mulan.
Anyway, we wanted to kind of go into two different topics. First one being, what would we tell our younger selves? And I know we said we talked about the past, but you know, we wanted to go start off in this aspect. What would we tell our younger selves? Now, are we talking about like when we're kids or when we're teenagers?
Let's say high school.
High school.
Let's say high school, because in high school I feel like we kind of had
such different mindsets, expectations, dreams, everything.
Yeah, a lot of stuff went down in high school. So I want to say for me, I think I already have mine. Do you mind if I go first?
No, go first, because I don't even know.
If I were to talk to myself in high school, I feel like back then a lot of my goals were kind of muffled and steered to certain directions without me having like a full awareness of them. Like my whole goal in high school was to be an artist, and I wanted to do art full time. I wanted to have that as my degree. And so when I told my parents, they're like, how are you gonna survive? You're gonna be homeless. You're not gonna be on the streets. What if this? What if? And I'm just like, oh shit, like that scared me. And I said, okay, let me just. And I feel like going into college, a lot of my decisions, career-wise, education-wise, were kind of not. I wasn't wholehearted in them. Like, I wasn't wholehearted in those decisions because I secretly just wanted to be an artist. But I was kind of forcing myself to be like, okay, you're going to be an athlete. You're going to try to do volleyball in college. You're going to go through all this schooling for athletic training. You're going to continue to tell people, yeah, I'm going to school for kinesiology. Yeah, I want to be a PT. I want to get into, like, a program for a university. I would love to work for a professional, like, NBA, like professional company, like the NBA, like the NBA, like the baseball, football, all of that. I would love to tell people that. Like I would just tell people that just because it kind of like checked off that list for everyone. Like, oh shit, she's good. Like she has something going for her, right? And I would force myself. I don't want to say I didn't love what I was doing, because I did. I was really completely interested in it, and I did 100% of what I could. Like everything that I do, like I tried my best. And so I kind of was lightweight convincing myself, like, yeah, this is what you want. This is what you want. You want to be a PT. You want to be a TT. Like, this is what you should be doing, kinesiology. And I loved it. I did see myself in that future because I coached for a little bit for a high school. Like, I dipped my feet in the water of that realm. And so if I were to talk to myself in high school and maybe like the early years of college, I would just be like, dude, like, you don't have to people please everybody. Like you can honestly go where you need to go, because I feel like a lot of my go where you want to go, do what you want to do, because I feel like a lot of my decisions, even trying out for the volleyball team at CRC, at the end of high school, I was like, do I really want to do volleyball, or should I just focus on my studies? Like, I love volleyball with all my heart, but it would look good if I was on the team collegiately. And so like I kind of like followed like what everyone else was doing, who were trying to do what I was doing, kinesiology, all that stuff. Oh, everyone's going to be a student athlete. Oh shit. Well, then I'm doing something wrong. Then I have to get on top of my shit. I have to contact the coach. I have to contact the school. I have to set up an interview. I have to set up a tour. I have to do all these things, talk to like admin. And then I was kind of like in it. I'm like, okay, since I'm going through these steps, then I have to do kinesiology. And I was kind of forcing myself. I was kind of manipulating my mindset. Yeah. Okay, kinesiology is 100%. But I wasn't giving myself that freedom to be creative. And like I was kind of blocking out that side of me. Yeah. Wherein like when things didn't work out my way on the athletic level or like the collegiate level, I went into like a depression. It was my freshman year of college. I put my heart and soul into athletics, my heart and soul into all of that, and it was like it didn't work out and it was taken away from me. And then I just thought I was a complete like failure. Like I was a complete failure, and I got into this depression. I even tried to like, at that time I think I also was trying to like get my license as a personal trainer. Like I even failed that, and like I would, in my mind, I would like have this checklist of like, this is what I felt this, I felt that, I felt that, I felt that, I felt that. And so if I were to talk to myself, I'm just like, I would be like, bro, you're good. Like, you did that. You honestly experienced all that, and you were supposed to. Like, you don't have to feel like you're doing something wrong or you're not on the right path. Because I feel like I was in the dark, and I was like, what am I actually freaking doing? You know? If I were to talk to myself in high school, I'd be like, follow your heart. I know mom and dad are telling you this and this. But follow your heart and everything will fall into place. All that stuff was honestly supposed to happen. I probably wouldn't have changed anything. Maybe if I were to go straight into art, I don't know what would happen, you know? But I would just tell my younger self just to, because I was in depression, and so I would just tell myself, you're gonna be good. Like, you're not a failure. If anything, everyone fails. Like,
you're not gonna succeed at the very first thing that you try.
Exactly. You had to fail. Yeah,
to know that it wasn't for you.
It's not for you. It's not meant for you, and that's okay. Because I think I put a lot of pressure on myself to be like perfect and great at everything, and to get into everything. Because a lot of people in high school, especially in the art department, they'd be like, "Yo, you're gonna go places. Like, you're gonna do a lot." And I was like, "Oh shit!" Like, hearing that from people and like my teachers, I'm like, wow, like I just have this crazy unrealistic expectation for myself to be like acing everything every time, like doing everything great everywhere, like being great 100% of the time. And so once I failed myself, then that's when I was like, oh shit, what's happening? And like I would just be in this really bad spiral. But if I would talk to myself, it'd be like, you're gonna be good, girl, like everything's gonna be fine, like fail more if anything, try more, and just don't give up, because once you give up, then you wouldn't be where I am today. That's what I say. I want to cry.
I know. I think if you want to cry, you have to have a picture of your younger self right there, because that definitely is a therapeutic thing. Like,
oh yeah, I'll send you a picture. I have photos of myself in like volleyball in college and stuff like that.
We should totally like, I don't know, like you said, I want to insert pictures in the video, but I never do. I'm so
okay,
sorry.
I'm
not even gonna say nothing. Okay.
Okay, your turn.
For me, I want to go. For me, I'd rather talk to my like 20-year-old self, or like kind of like fresh out of high school, because I was very, like a lot of high schoolers, like immature in high school. Like I don't really, you can tell like not a lot of people know what they want in high school. So I think when I turned 20, or after right after high school, I felt like, okay, I'm an adult now, and like I need to go for these goals. Sorry, at the table. Go for all these goals and like be successful. But I didn't even know what that looked like. Like to me, it was like go to college and be a nurse, like every Filipina, right? So that was like in high school too. I was like, I want to be a nurse. Like that's the way out. That's how I'm gonna make a lot of money. I get to help people. I feel like I can do it. I love to help people. Like I've seen people in the hospital. I could clean up vomit, like things like that. I would make like, a little excuse, like I could handle that. Like, but girl, I like school was just not in like for me. And I was pretty sad about that. Like I know it's like, oh, you could work harder. You could have worked harder. And of course, like that would have been great if I, got that degree or like got into school. And again, no regrets. But I think I was just going through a lot I was going through so much that like school was not even, it was not on my mind, because I was just battling so many things. Like I was in a toxic relationship. I was still trying to find who I was. I was meeting all these different people, right? Because like when you're in the college days, you're meeting all these people, you're partying with different people, and like who are really my true friends? Like I was losing myself. First of all, I didn't even know who I was, because I felt like I was trying to fit in. Like I was trying to look like those girls, because I like right after high school I didn't wear a lot of makeup. I was very natural. I mean, but I would see these girls I started to be around, they wore so much makeup, like they looked like older, they did their hair, and so like I kind of formed into that. Whatever my environment was, I just morphed into that. And again, no regrets. It's shaped me. I've gotten experiences that I had, like, and I'm glad I experienced it at that age and not now, like, so I think, I remember times like, because I had a job, again, I was an assistant, right? So I had that job, and I don't know, I was still spending recklessly, because I was like, I'm young, I'm gonna go to concerts and festivals and buy new makeup and just fit this like person that was a party girl, like just having fun and YOLO. And a lot of people probably would hear this and be like, girl, you could have, you know, a lot of people say like, oh, I could have saved when I was 18, I could have done this, but I didn't know that. Like I didn't really watch videos, or there was nobody that was older than me to like kind of teach me.
Our
and
parents
like
didn't even teach us
yeah, I mean they would tell me here and there, make sure you save your money, make sure, but I'm not gonna listen to my parents at like 18, 19. I kind of like did my own thing. I drove, like once I started driving I was doing my own thing. So yeah, I was going through a tough time. I think still I knew at that time too, like, who am I? Like, I don't think I could be a nurse, so what am I gonna do? I'm just gonna have these jobs. And then I switched majors. I was like, okay, let me get into business or communications. Let me just get a degree somehow. That's not gonna be as difficult, because school, I did not do well. Like, I couldn't do tests. Like, I procrastinated anything that I had to do and made it hard for myself. And then I remember a pivotal moment in time where I was like, after work, I think I got some Chipotle and I went to like a parking lot in like a movie theater or something. And I just sat in my car just like, what the fuck am I doing? Like, I'm in a really bad relationship. I'm not something to be proud of. I'm not someone to be proud of. Like, I don't have a degree. I'm like missing classes, like basically pitting myself already. Like, I'm not doing well, and I knew that. And I had a job that was great. I had money, I could survive and all that stuff, and everything at home was good. I was barely home, and I feel bad for my mom because I was just always out. And so I knew in my head that I don't like this, and I kind of actually made a video, and I don't think it's around anymore. Like, I made a personal video, because sometimes back then, like, that's why I'm so comfortable in front of the camera, because it would be like my video diary, and I wish I still had it. I don't know if I could find it somewhere, but I literally sat there, I teared up a little bit, and I was like, there has to be something. I know that I'm made for something. I know that I'm not going to be here like this in my G35 coupe car. I'm not going to be in this position again. I know it. I knew it in my heart, and I was kind of just like talking about like, I hate it. Like, I hope that I can be in a relationship where I'm like, you know, it's like, it's great. It's not toxic. It's not constant breaking up and like arguing and all that stuff. And I knew it. I knew there was something, but I just didn't know. And that's what really messed with me, because I'm like, what am I gonna do? Like, what the heck am I gonna do, and where do I start? So just like seeing that and like looking back at who that person was and what she longed for, what she hated about her life, and me now and experiencing everything, I just want to give her a hug. Like, it's just like,
I would hug her too.
It's like she was so depressed and like going through it. It looked like it was fun time for her because I was just always going out and like having fun, but at the end of the day, like, I knew that I wanted to not go through just the same thing everyone else was. I knew that I wanted to
branch out,
be big. I don't know what. I just wanted, I knew there was something for me, and then
there's something out
I would just give her a hug and say, like it's pretty much what you said. It's like, you're gonna be fine. And it's hard to like think that at the time.
No, I was dark.
Like,
it was
dark. And then I would be like, you're gonna be glad you went through this, but know that you have it in you, because I knew that I already had that in me. Like, I had a feeling in myself, like it was a gut feeling that I was gonna be made for something else. I'm gonna get out of this somehow, and like just reassure her that it is. Also, get a little stronger, girl, because like don't take people's bullshit. Do not, like, know your worth. Because you, no matter how ugly you feel, you're just around the wrong people. Like, get away from that. It's hard. Back then, it's like, protect your peace wasn't really a thing. Like, protect your peace. Like, don't say yes to everything. Don't feel like you have to go to every single event. Like, do what you feel that you want to do. Don't go with what he's doing or what she's doing. And like, for real, like, just go with your gut. Don't let anybody tell you otherwise. Don't let anyone push you down like that ever again. Like, you are worth something, and everyone knows it too. You may feel like everyone thinks you're weak and whatever, but like, you have people that you love that always hype you up. That's all you need, those circle of people. And and just live. Like, keep experiencing, if you feel like you want to do something, do it. Try it out. Don't be afraid of failing, because that's all part of the job, like part of the journey, I mean. So yeah, I feel like there's so many things. There's a lot because you're just going through a lot. It's a lot. I think it's just, don't take bullshit. That's it.
That's the main one.
Don't take that. Know your worth, and keep moving forward. Go to the gym. And yeah, and I think I would tell, I love you. Oh my God,
love you. You're doing amazing.
And I think both of our younger selves would be just like, really? Because I used to, one time one of my gratitude practices is like, okay, let's talk to her, right? So I'll be like, hey girl, did you know that you're dating like your best friend that you never thought you would be dating? Like, it's right, like, you know, because it's like,
he's right there.
He's there all along. That guy that you're hanging out with, chilling at like those like late nights, like you're gonna be with him, okay? You're gonna own a business. First of all, you thought you was about to work a 9 to 5. No, you thought you was gonna get a degree, and like, no, you're gonna own a business. And I know that sounds crazy because you're not that type of person, but you are, and you're gonna do it. You're doing it. You're gonna have a listing in the Bay Area, like just things like that. I think that's a perfect little practice. I think everyone should try out. Just like, just act like you're I know you look crazy, but just talk to yourself. Tell them about the recent accomplishments that you've just had. Or tell them, okay, you get out of that relationship, you no longer do this bad habit, you helped your parent, like, it just, all those things, it helps so much. And I think when I did that, I was like, I got really emotional, but
because you count the good, like literally, like, oh my God, I didn't do this, this and this, but
you
actually did that.
Yeah, you have a podcast. I know she wanted to have a YouTube channel, be a YouTuber, but this is another way. It's like crazy. And I met you. Like, who would have known? She would have not known that I'd be like getting closer to you.
What?
It's insane.
Yes, girl, it happens. Believe that. Yeah. I just
they'd
feel
be like shaking.
They'd be like, what? Are you serious?
We don't take the time to like realize what we have done. And so I highly suggest.
Yeah, because when I was younger, I feel like I don't want to say I didn't experience failure, but it was very rare in high school for me. And even middle school, like ever since elementary school, I've always loved school. I've always done very good. I was always very proficient. And so once I reached that that point of failure where it was just back to back to back, I didn't really know what it was. I didn't have an experience this.
I'm not used to like feeling
like, what the hell is failure, bro? Like, I am failure. That's my name. And I'd be like, I would just identify like that. But I'd just be like, no, bro, like, you're that girl. You're literally like doing so many good things. But yeah, I'd say fail more. Do that more. You need to learn your lesson. You need to slap in the face, because the world does not revolve around you. Does not revolve around you, little Callie. Okay,
little Callie.
Get it together.
Oh my god.
Also get that attitude together. I'm sorry.
Oh yeah. Stop drinking on
Get that attitude together. I'm nice.
Don't drink on a Monday.
Come on, girl.
I'm so exposing myself. I'm so sorry. Don't worry.
We're talking to our younger self.
I'm good
right
now, okay, guys? I'm good.
Just know, little Callie, little Serena, we're doing good. And you'll be good. And that's just on period.
Yeah, I would love to. Honestly, I know we always say this, but like, please let us know like what you would tell your younger self, because
it's actually really inspirational here. Like what other people, like what you would tell your younger self. Like once you said like I would give her a hug, I wanted to cry, because I'm just like, I would give her a hug too, because she's just going through it. I remember, story time. I remember it was my freshman year of college, and it was just when I would like all these failures started piling up, and it reached the end of the semester of my freshman year. I remember it was the end of the year, and me and my brothers, we wanted to go out to eat. And it was when Journey to the Dumpling used to be Panda South, like that Chinese restaurant.
I didn't even know what that was,
but we liked going there. And so I told my brother, I said, Kuya, I just need a minute. And I was in the car, and I was just crying, like my heart out.
Why are we a little the same?
I was so distraught. Like, I was crying, like hyperventilating and everything. Like, God. I just felt like the worst person ever. And then, I don't know, I would just knock on that door, open the van door, and just be like, what do you need right now? I got you. You're going to be okay. Cry it out. That's okay. You cry. That's fine.
And it's like, it's funny because we're still crying sometimes. I know we've talked, every podcast we're like, we cry. Yes.
You should cry. Try it.
But like, but then this goes into like our future selves, right?
Right.
Because like now we have a new set of problems, you know. We're very proud of what we've accomplished. We look back at our younger selves and we're like, hey, we're good, girl. Like, look at us. But I know now that we're here, we have a new set of issues, problems maybe we're facing in life. We maybe handled them better than we would have.
Right.
But now let's talk about what will we tell our future selves?
Yes.
Okay.
I want to say that is kind of hard. Like, I feel like I would just have a series of questions.
I would have questions, yeah.
More, if anything. Like, I would just want to have a conversation with her about, like, okay, just, yeah, more questions rather than advice.
Hey, I'm working really hard, so I hope
it pays off.
You're there.
Yeah.
Like, I hope you're there. Like, whatever I'm imagining in my head or manifesting, dreaming of that version of myself, I hope that she is there waiting. But if you think about it, it might be a better version than what we think. It might be
totally different.
It might be different. Like, what we could tell you guys, like, our goals and kind of, like, what we want to achieve. But we also said that when we were 20, like, what our goals and what we want to achieve. And
now it's just took a turn.
Different.
Totally different.
So that's the theme, I guess.
I think we can, let's put together just a series of questions of, like what's one question you would ask your future self?
Am I still in real estate?
Yeah, am I still?
Who knows?
Do I still have my business in lashing?
Like, how's it doing?
Yeah. How are you?
How are you doing? Feeling? Are you better? Are you stronger? Are you still crying? Like,
that's fine if you're crying, but
actually I like this because then we could watch this when we're older.
I know, I like this. Hello. Hi, Callie.
No. Hey, girl.
Hey, girl. I hope you're doing a fabulous.
I hope you married, have kids.
I really hope you already have your studio and your business thriving.
And if you don't, that's okay.
And that's okay. Like, if you're doing something
else.
different, if you're doing something different, that's dope too. I just hope that you've kept that same energy that you've always had.
Like, what's the podcast gonna look like? Are we gonna have a podcast still? Is it gonna be different? Are we gonna be somewhere else? Like, holy shit.
I think for me, like, I think I just hope that you haven't given up on anything, because I feel like sometimes I just want to stop and like just give up now, especially now, because it's getting really hard. And I feel like getting older and like as time goes by, I feel like it's just not going to get any easier, and that's just the reality of life. But I just hope that you still have that energy and like that passion to keep going and like to pursue your goals, and you haven't lost faith, and you've navigated through life the way that we would be proud.
Stronger,
wiser, stronger. You still have humility in your heart, and like that kindness to help others. Like, I hope you've never lost that or lost sight of like the vision or the goal that we've had now or today. I hope you're cool. I hope you're cool.
Yeah.
That gives me goosebumps.
That does give me goosebumps.
Oh my god, I'm getting goosebumps.
Yeah.
Hi. Oh my god, yeah, that's literally what I would just your life. I hope all of the skills you gain and all of the characteristics that you hold on to now, today, I hope it's still strong and evident in your purpose later or then or now, whatever that is, the future. Because like we don't know what the future holds. Like Serena said, we don't know what you're doing right now. But
we never know when life will just not be a thing. Like and like that's just life, right? It sounds kind of dark, but you never freaking know. And as corny as it sounds, it's like you never know when it's going to be your last day on Earth.
Yeah.
And like, who knows?
Yeah. What's another thing you would tell your future self?
What would I tell my future self? I don't know. I just feel like
wish her well.
I just wish her well. Whatever you said, you hit it on the head, because I was just like, I'm just curious.
Yeah.
And I just hope that whatever, I just hope that she builds more confidence and she's stronger mostly. Like, I just want her to feel like she's in her element and that she feels, she's like knows herself fully, like sure of herself. Because I'm still getting there. It's still a process, but just sure of herself.
Yeah, I love that. We love you guys Serena and Callie and
And everybody else watching.
I love this exercise. Wow, it's actually like released a lot of. It's like released a lot of like.
And you should try journaling it too, because then you could see it all on paper, and then kind of like look back at it. There's many times where I've done that. It's something that I've always done, like talking to my future self. I have like, that's funny, it's a podcast for my future self. I even have videos like privated of like, I have me like getting ready and then like saying like, if you're watching right now, hey. It's very cringe. So I don't know how our future selves are gonna look at us, but
I hope they say we look good.
We look good. Yeah,
we look good, girl.
I hope I still got a nice body. Like,
knowing how we are,
still work out.
I think we're cool.
Still, keep going to the gym.
We value our health.
Yeah. Take care of yourself. I think that's what I would tell her too.
Yeah, get some sleep.
Get some sleep. Self-care still.
And I hope you're having fun still. Like,
yeah. I hope you traveled, did your thing.
Yeah, maybe we can talk about hopes. Like, I hope you helped mom and dad with that one goal that you know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. You know what I'm talking about. She knows. You know, things like that. Like, I hoped you helped with the things that you wanted to help with, or the goals that you had. Because, I don't know, like, it literally...
I mean, what did you, like, for your younger self, did you feel like you've done some of the things that she thought was impossible?
Oh, for sure.
See?
I didn't even know what being a business owner would look like. I didn't even know about that world. I didn't know if it existed. I'm just like, oh.
That was not in the realm. I was, like, not even looking. That was on not even my peripheral vision.
Because, like, now that I walk around and, like, say I'm, like, passing a salon, a hair salon or nail salon or, like, lash salon, I'm just like, wow. Like, I really know the steps and how this was built. But when I was younger, I'm just like, la, 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 la.
Yeah.
Ooh, nail salon.
Yeah.
Like, you know, like, it's just, I thought those establishments were just always there.
Yeah.
Like,
and at the time when we were that age, like, no one was thinking about real estate. I think with content now, younger people, Gen Z is, like, getting into, like, real estate. But back then, I didn't know many people my age, like, trying to do real estate at that young of an age. No one knew how to buy a house. Like,
I just knew my parents got one.
Yeah.
And that's it. That's all I knew.
So.
But yeah, social media does play a big part now, because everyone that are younger, I feel like at their age, when we were their age, we weren't exposed to all this info. Okay? But now they have the world at their hands. I think I talked about this before.
Yeah.
So it's just a different day and age. It's probably going to get crazier in the future.
But we're going to adapt.
We're going to adapt, for
like
sure.
we always have.
I remember in the 90s or the 80s, they would have movies with flying cars, and it was like year 2015 or something like that.
Yeah.
I was like, where are the flying cars at? That's my question.
Kind of scary though.
I know. Where would the freeway go? I don't know.
But hey, we love it.
I know. This was actually really cool. I've never done that before.
Do you feel good?
I feel great.
Yay!
I need to do that more often.
You guys should try it, please. Let us know.
It's a great reflective exercise. Because I never talked to my younger self, and I never talked to my future self before. I've always just kind of stayed here.
In your mind.
I kind of stayed here in the present.
Which is where we're always at.
Stuck.
Yeah, which is good, because you're supposed to be present, but it's good to take the time.
Yeah, but the only person I stress about is this girl. Yeah. But I'm just like, wow, like, there's actually a lot of shit going on in the past. I don't know what's happening in the future.
I think if you reflect on your past, you feel a sense of gratitude. But if you reflect on yourself in the future, it gives you a sense to keep going, to keep dreaming, so that you do get there. Yeah.
Yeah, I loved this episode.
Yay!
Should we end it?
Yeah.
This was a good one.
This was a good one. I think we're going to keep it there.
Yeah.
I hope you guys enjoyed.
Don't forget to talk to yourself.
Yeah, talk to yourself, please.
And let us know what you would tell your future self or your younger self.
Yes.
Too.
Either or both.
Either or both. All right. We'll cut it off there. Have a great day.
Bye, guys.
Bye. See you in the next one.